Hey everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and I have been wanting to do a comparison video of the smaller end of the spectrum of traveler's notebooks. And so today I am going to compare the nanos to the micros to the number zeros, and then I'm also going to compare the passport size, which in Foxy Fix is the number 1. But I wanted to show you the differences between the different makers that I have. Obviously, I do not have every maker out there, but I do have a pretty good selection. And so I wanted to show you the differences that you can actually get between the makers. So I'm going to go with the smaller end of the spectrum first. And this is the Nano from Chic Sparrow, the Speckled Fawns Micro, and then these three are Foxy Fix. And this is a single strap, this is a regular micro, and then this is a micro wide. So this is the Chic Sparrow, and you guys know I have a number of the nanos. It is a single strap, and then you get 2 pockets on either side, and you can, on all of these, you can use jump bands to add more inserts. But this is the Nano from Chic Sparrow in the Wickham leather, and it's their orange leather, and I love this one. And it is in the Mr. Darcy line, and it does scratch up. I mean, you can kind of rub it out a little bit, but it's fairly thin, and it's a great wallet for men or women. I use this as a note carrier. I mean, I keep it for the notes, just little pieces of paper that I can pull out. I don't even staple them together. And I use it to, if I need to leave a note for my husband or make a note and leave on somebody's car or whatnot. And this just gets thrown in my bag. So that's the Chic Sparrow Nano. This is the Micro from Speckled Fawns in the Dublin leather. It has a front upright pocket, and this is a pull-up leather. This one, you can't really, you can see a little bit of pull-up right in there, but not much. It's not a pull-up leather. It's not an oil tan leather. This one is, and that'll eventually go back out. You just have to rub it down. And it is a 4-strand, and it's, you guys have seen it. This is the chunky monkey that I have that carries all of my cards. But this is the Micro from Speckled Fawns. So I'm going to leave that there. And I'll just actually show you, even just between these two, the size difference. So I do find that Speckled Fawns does run a little bit larger than Chic Sparrow. And Chic Sparrow runs a little bit larger usually than Foxy Fix. But this is the difference. Even though they're technically the same, in the same size range. So Nano, Micro, and number 0 are kind of all in the lowest, the smallest spectrum of traveler's notebooks. So there's that. These three are Foxy Fix, and you can tell this is a single strap. This one was just as a add-on. It was a gift with one of the orders, and it is a single strap, and there's no pockets in it. And this is just an extra jump band that comes with it. And this also has one of the pen, one of their style pen holders on it. So this would be the closest to a Nano. So if we put the Nano on the outside, you can see that the Nano is still smaller than the Micro, or I'm sorry, than the number 0 from Foxy Fix. So it is actually smaller than the Speckled Fawns. Just by a hair. So let me actually take this stuff out. So obviously I am not really a floral girl, but I really like this, and I have some plans for this. You can see that it is the same height. It may actually be a little bit taller than the Speckled Fawn. No, maybe just a hair, but it is not wider than the Speckled Fawns. But it is definitely wider than the Nano. So there are those three. This one is a Lush, and it is a number 0 with the 4 strands and the crisscross pockets. It has been beat to all hell. But I knew that when I bought it. I paid like $10 for this. And basically because I wanted the comparison, and I needed something that I could just throw in a bag, in like my armor bag or whatever, and I didn't really care about the color, any of that. So this is, if you go, these are both the same maker, Foxy Fix, but this one does not have any pockets, and it is the Lush has the back pocket still on the 0, and then the reinforced spine. All of those come that way. At least for the Lush, they have the extra pocket in the back. And then you have the crisscross pockets. So it is a hair bigger. And that one's been, I mean, this is the Plum, the Lush Plum. And it has been beat to all get out. And so it's a little bit stretched, but that's okay. But that's the normal 4-strand. And so, again, single strand, 4-strand. This is the normal version. Now, the Lush is almost the exact same size as the Speckled Fawns Micro. So, it's also almost the same width. You can look at the edges there. But this one has that extra thing of leather in the back. This one doesn't have the outside pocket, but it does have the front pocket. So you can look at that. But they both have 4 strands, and so those are the same size. So the regular Foxy Fix Micro, no, the regular Foxy Fix number 0 and the Speckled Fawns Micro are the same size and pretty much almost the same width except for the extra pocket there. Now this one is also a Foxy Fix, which I got in the last mystery sale, but it's a wide, and so it has 6 strands, and it just has the secretarial pockets, so you can tell that it is widest of all. So compared to all the Foxy Fixes, trying to get this all kind of situated here. So you go from a single strand to a 4-strand to a 6-strand, it is much wider. So from a single strand to a 6-strand, that is a huge bit of difference. Now they're all the same height, but it is substantially wider. So there you have that. So those are the Foxy Fixes. Going from biggest to smallest, you have, this is how it would kind of stack up for the 0s, micros, and nanos. So you have the number 0 wide, so it has 6 strands. You have the number 0 with 4 strands in the Lush, so it has the extra pocket in the back. Then you have the Speckled Fawns Micro. Then you have the Foxy Fix number 0 single strand, and then you have the Chic Sparrow Nano. So out of all of those, the Chic Sparrow Nano is the smallest. So, and there's you can see the width of all of them as far as the amount of leather going that way. But it is definitely, you can see the differences there. So those are the smallest version of Traveler's Notebooks. So again, I use the Nano for just notes, and this one I would use the same thing for that. This is my wallet. This is the Speckled Fawns in the Dublin leather with the outside pocket. This one and this one are actually going to go, this one's going to go in my armor bag, and it's just going to be, it's going to have just random notes and just anything, so that I could have something that I can carry my ID and my authorization cards and all that kind of thing onto the field, along with a little bit of money. with my armor, and I don't have to worry about a purse or ruining my good wallets or anything like that. I can just throw this in there and it's done. And it can get beat to hell because in my armor bag with chainmail and sharp edges and all of that, it's going to get beaten to all get out. And so that's why I was like, I don't care. It's cheap enough that I don't have to worry about it, but I know it's going to stand up to what I need it to stand up to. Obviously, this has already been used for quite a while, and it's not really stained. It's just the dye on the leather is just starting to come out a little bit. And like I said, the girl that I bought this from was like, "Are you sure?" Because it has been beat to hell, and I'm like, "Yeah," because I'm gonna beat it to hell even more. So that's what this is going to be used for. And then this, I'm going to set up with all of my samplers. And I'm going to make inserts like this, but with wax paper. And put those in and use this for my samplers. So all of my little samplers and stuff, then I can just put this whole thing in with that, and it's my sampler little notebook. It has all the little stickers on it. So I will definitely do a build it with me kind of video, but this is what I'm going to use this for. So now we're going to get into the passport size. And this is, I mean, there's a little bit of a difference, as you can kind of tell. This is the original passport. This was the passport size from Midori. It's Traveler's Notebook by Traveler's Company, Japan, made in Thailand. And this is the passport. This is, I believe, the first passport sized Traveler's Notebook that was out there. And I bought this used off of eBay, and I love it. And I have passport size different notebooks in there. There are no pockets, but I also use this for my micro or mini Dory from Coco Daisy. So the mini Dories fit the Midori passport perfectly. I mean, absolutely perfectly. So if you took these out, it is like just right there. I love it. So also I wanted to point out, because I did not know this, when I got it, because I'd not ever gotten one of the passports before, and I got it and I'm like, what the hell? They cut that. They're all cut, just so you know. I had no idea. And then I was looking at pictures online of brand new ones, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're all cut like that. So don't think that you got rooked. So, and then it's got the string place mark holder there. So I just tuck those in. I usually jump strap these two notebooks to it. And again, this is a single strap. So, but I had stuffed those in there just for reference. So that's the original passport. Then we jump into Chic Sparrow again. You all know I'm a Chic Sparrow girl. Oh, woof. This is my waypoint. That was my wallet. And it is a 4-strand. It is a oil tan leather, and you can just wrinkle the crap out of it, and it just comes back. So this one is very textured. It has a bunch of, they're not flaws, they're just marks that the hide had. And so it's not a pen mark, that's actually a scar. So I love this, and I'm probably going to order one of these in black. This is in the Fraser leather, and it's a more smooth leather. This is the Outlander class leathers that Chic Sparrow carries. And this is the Fraser, and they are the same size. They both have the new pen loop, but there is a bit of a difference as far as the width of the leather. And I would not be rolling this one. I have not actually used this one yet. I had this, and I had a gray one, which is not the Mockingbird line, but I think it was Castle Rock, and I gave that to my best friend. She took that to New Orleans with her. But I love these two, especially love this one. And that, and like I said, is just part of the leather. And so this waypoint, you can just beat all the hell, and it just looks great. So those two are small. let me show you, just start off doing the comparisons here. So I'm going to take those notebooks out. And just also, well, I'll go into that in a minute. So again, you can see it's just a single strap. Now, most of you who know about the Midori side, these come with the string in the back. The standard size and this one always have that. So you're going to have that knot to write on, just so you're aware. So this is the original Midori, and this is the Chic Sparrow. So you can see that there is a bit of a difference as far as height and width, but not very much. So there's that. Let me show it to you on the red one. You can probably see it a little bit easier. So that is even with the bottom, but as you can tell, it is definitely, the Chic Sparrow is bigger. So there's that. And this is a 4-string versus the 1-string. Now, this is the passport size, or the number 1 from Foxy Fix. And let me just pull everything out of here. Now, you will notice that this is actually a passport insert. This is one of the Midori ones that are made to go in this, but they fit just fine in the Foxy Fix. And these are all Midori inserts that I have in here. So I will take these out. And this is the Farouf folder. That's the linen folder, and I love it. And then this is the mini Cocoa Daisy, again, that I had in here. It fits perfectly. So most of the passport inserts all fit all of the passports. As long as they are a passport size, they all fit. They will not fit in the micro, just so you can kind of see that. They are way too big for micro. They are also way too big for a nano. So, but they fit the Chic Sparrow passport, the regular passport, and the Foxy Fix. Now these are a little bit smaller. Well, no, actually they're not. They're the same size. Oh, okay. So all your passport size inserts will fit a passport traveler's notebook. Little bit of trivia. Sometimes passports don't actual passports that you use are a little too wide for a passport traveler's notebook. I did not know that, and I was like, what? So they are a little bit smaller. Some passports, some countries' passports, United States for one, is a little bit wider than this, just so you're aware. So you can tell that the Chic Sparrow passport is much smaller than the Foxy Fix passport, and that they're both 4 strands, but again, bigger. And the Foxy Fix has, for the passport, this is the spice leather in sage, and you have the card pockets, and then you have the crisscross pockets, and then you have the big back pocket, just like the Lush did. So if you wanted to compare the Nano, or the I get them all mixed up, the number 0, which is the pink, to the number 1, it's that big of a jump. So just so you're aware. Both have the back pockets, but it's a big jump. So, but it's a big jump from a Chic Sparrow passport to a Foxy Fix passport. And the Chic Sparrow passport, these are both with just the secretarial pockets, but they're not any bigger having the regular pocket there, just so you're aware. Now, this is, again, as I said, the Foxy Fix passport. This is the Speckled Fawns passport. And let me just take these inserts out. And this is a 4-strand as well. But it is cut a little bit wider. So put those up there. And we will put, this is the Speckled Fawns, and this is the Foxy Fix. So Foxy Fix is a hair taller. I mean, just a hair. But you can see the width of the pockets there. So, and then on the bottom here, you've got 3 layers, and that's got 3 layers. But you also have the back pocket, whereas the Speckled Fawns does not have the back pocket. So this is the mustard Kodiak with the outside sideways pocket and just the insert pockets on the inside. And again, this is a pull-up leather, just like this was. So this is the micro from Speckled Fawns, and this is the passport from Speckled Fawns. Dublin leather, mustard Kodiak. So there's that. The only 2 I haven't compared here are the Nano and the passport from Chic Sparrow. So this is the same company. So these 2, you can tell that there is a big difference. So these are just small, the first 2 sizes, passport and 0 Nano Micro. So again, here is the Foxy Fix comparison for the 2. Here is the Chic Sparrow for the 2, and this is the Speckled Fawns for the 2. So there you know the big difference. I have used all of these for wallets before. Well, yes, I have. I have not used this one as a wallet because I don't like it not having pockets. But I have used this on trips, and this has just been my my trip notebook. And this is the Yellow Paper House inserts. Those fit perfectly fine there. So the one downside with this, you can, like I said, you can jump ring 3 or jump band 3 inserts, but with 3 inserts, they're going to hang over a little bit. So just be aware of that. This one I don't really stuff. So interestingly enough, though, when I do this one with the 2 little bit smaller ones, they fit there. So you just kind of have to play around. But see how that one's squared and those 2 are rounded? The square one, the Cocoa Daisy, sits out just a little bit if there's 3 in there. But if there's just 1, pick the wrong one, it just sits in there perfectly. And this is the one that was made for Midori for this. It just sits in there. But the little, if the pouch is in there, you're going to have that sticking out, which a lot of times I just break that little plastic piece off and just zip it like a Ziploc. But that one fits just fine. So there you have the comparisons of what I have. So if you wanted to see what they're like, how they all compare to each other, that's what I have. So hopefully this has kind of helped you figure out what you might want from whom. But again, Speckled Fawns, Chic Sparrow, and Foxy Fix. So I will be doing a pocket comparison out of all of these, but I figured these 2 sizes are, a lot of people are very curious about these 2 sizes. And again, Foxy Fix is the number 0 and the number 1. So the number 0 is their smallest version. The number 1 is their passport. Then you have Chic Sparrow, which has the Nano and the passport. And then you have Speckled Fawns, which has the micro and the passport. So they all kind of have a little bit different name for their tiniest one. I also know that Mystic's Little Gifts has a smaller one like this too. And I want to say it's like the latte, or I can't even remember. I know they have one, but I just don't have one yet. And so maybe this summer I might venture out to do that. But that's the other maker that I use a lot of. I just have not gotten one of their little ones. And I believe it's something Latin, or Italiano. That's what it is. Yay! Not Latin at all. It's the Italiano. And I believe it's very similar to this size with the single strap. but I'm not sure. You can't hold me to that. So if you have any questions about any of these sizes, let me know, and I'll try to answer them down below. But I just thought I would hopefully not confuse you massively, but show you some comparisons so you can see the differences in these two sizes. And technically, the 0, Micro, and Nano are 3 different sizes, even though they are the smallest version of that maker's brand. So again, if you have any questions, just feel free to let me know. And I will be doing a pocket version of this video and a comparison of all the different makers that I have, which are several, because pocket is my favorite size. So I will be doing that at a later video, but hopefully this has helped you with the teeny tiny pocket or teeny tiny everyday carry versions. So I hope you guys spend the rest of your life celebrating and the rest of your day celebrating. And if you have any questions, again, please just leave them below and I will talk to you in my next video.